want to know how to survive the zombie apocalypse? Well, I'm going to tell you. Well, come here. Come on. I'm not actually going to tell you. Max Brooks, the writer of the Zombie Survival Guide, is going to walk us through on how to do it. First things first, know how to stay quiet, stay calm. That's all it's about. You got to learn medical first aid, weapons, and how to survive when you are limited on resources. That's all it's about. Hear the dog in the background? He's just as scared as you should be. Today, we're going to walk you through on how to survive in the zombie apocalypse. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Still talking about the zombie apocalypse survival guide. So what we're going over today is weaponry. We're going to talk about your main rifles and your best handheld weapons. First off, we're going to start with Max Brooks' favorite, the diverse and always potentially useful AK-47 assault rifle. As I have one here, this AK is universal, fed with a 7.62 mag that comes in right here. Fully adjustable stock, can totally fold in on itself, or at least this model. Great rifle all in all, and easy to take out those zombies. For a handheld weapon, don't want something too heavy, because then you're slowed down, and then not everyone has the precision to hit something that's moving with a sledgehammer, you know what I mean? Max Brooks recommends just a regular Craftsman hammer. They're light and heavy and can do any damage you need. Now, for all you skilled shooters out there, careful, this one's for the big boys. Right here we have a PSG-1 semi-automatic sniper rifle, right? Pretty big, pretty long, pretty dangerous. For those who don't know, this gun comes in a 4-bullet magazine. Very safe for the non-average user. This gun will help you protect whatever base you're staying at, wherever you're stationed, from a good range and a safe range. All you need is to be a good shot. So while we're still on the topic of weapons, even though the Craftsman hammer that I have right here was just brought up, we will be going more into depth on why Max Brooks, writer of the book, thinks that these are the most useful handheld weapon. He says the standard one-handed carpenter's hammer has striking power, but the only thing it lacks is severe reach, right? Because you are limited at the arm reach of yourself along with the hammer. So with this, he recommends a lot of practice and a lot of skill sharing. So for this, you guys will see clips of me learning how to use a Craftsman hammer against a zombie in a situation. So here we have my little test dummy here due to lack of zombies, and I will be demonstrating what I've learned about the different types of hammers. So we have a small head short hub, which is the short handle, just a handheld sledgehammer, pretty basic, and then the Craftsman heavy hammer, which is recommended by Max Brooks. And in the text, it says its curved, semi-shaped edge allowing for a stabbing motion through the eye socket, which then, so if you take the recommended, Craftsman hammers, which have the parts on the end, it's pretty simple. Normally a move that's struck from behind, come around into the eye, and then out. Pretty simple, but you got to make sure you get it all the way through. So for this next part, I'm going to be demonstrating why Max Brooks is highly against the use of a flat sledgehammer. For that, even though you can rattle the brain, pretty easily, it doesn't do the damage it needs. With the Craftsman hammers, you are able to get into the brain, which is the ending point of a zombie's lifespan. Pretty simple, right? Stick to sharp edges, and that's what we know best.
So within the book, Max Brooks talks a lot about what causes a zombie to be a zombie. So example, as you see on screen, it's the beginning of the book when it talks about what the actual virus is and all the symptoms that lead up to what really makes people a zombie. So if you look in the text, it talks about the different symptoms. ranging from the hour 1 to hour 23, which is really good information to know, especially if you're just starting in the apocalypse.
For that, there are so many different combat moves that I have mastered throughout my journey of surviving the apocalypse. There's only one that you truly need to remember, know, and learn. Alright guys, I found one. Now watch this move. It is the best, and this is the one you need to learn. Guys, look, I got one. Look, I got one. Here he is. Devastated by the finishing move that we all know as the famous RKO.
In the book, Max Brooks talks a lot about different types of combat moves, and as you just saw, the RKO is one of the most recommended moves, personally by myself and Max Brooks. I would show you other moves, but they're just too dangerous for beginners like you guys. Keeping your house safe can be one of the most important things that this book has taught me. So when it comes to barricading, it's always about covering up doors and windows. And if you're going to stay on the second story floor, like you see in the picture to the top left, the best move is to always put your resources upstairs and then destroy the staircase so there's nothing able to get up. Now you'll see a brief clip on exactly what you should do when it comes to this situation.
Make sure it's safe, dude. Because we really only want safety here, honestly.
It's a tough world out there, and with all the zombies always coming at you, you never really think you could get time for rest. But it is one of the most essential things that you could get for yourself. It sounds crazy, it sounds impossible, but it is essential if you're going to make it through this entire ordeal. That's what Max Brooks says on page 99 of the Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide.
In the book, The Zombie Survival Guide, Max Brooks discusses a lot about how farming can help preserve just yourself and maybe a small group you're with. So, we're going to take our dive into botany and we're going to plant this carrot to start our prosperous farm. I give it about 2 weeks before that thing is fully grown, let me tell you. It's going to look good and it's going to taste even better. Hey guys, now we're checking back in on our botany farm. Our carrots down here, it's been 2 weeks approximately since we planted them, so now let's see how they're doing. Oh, look at that. A ton of carrots, man. This really shows that with the practice of anything, you can grow whatever you want, even in the worst environments.
Like Max Brooks says in page 98 of the Zombie Survival Guide, other than speed, your next closest ally will be stealth. Like a mouse trying to crawl through a nest of snakes, you must do everything possible to avoid detection, no matter what the cost comes at.
Oh, hey, didn't see you guys there. So within the book, Max Brooks talks a lot about hiding in plain sight. As you can see there, no camouflage here. It's just a simple mind game. Outplay your opponent. Zombies aren't smart. It's an easy game to win.
One of the best baiting tricks you can do in the apocalypse is called a cage, which you set a live animal in a sturdy enough cage so that the zombies could swarm around it. It's pretty much just used as a way of escape and or a way of wiping out nearby zombies.
In a situation when it comes to either me or the dog next to me, even though he's man's best friend, I choose myself in the apocalypse. The reason I chose Baxter here as caged bait for the zombies when they finally break in, because it always happens. The reason I chose him, because I like myself more, to be honest. And that's what Max Brooks says. He says protect yourself, always about yourself. So that's what we're here to do. Love the dog, but sometimes you gotta take risks.
As Max Brooks says in the Zombie Survival Guide, he always recommends taking vehicles over walking. As he said in page 103, it says, "Why walk when you could ride?" Within the book, Max Brooks talks a lot about different environments that you could be facing during the apocalypse. However, for us natives to the land of the desert, this is what he says on page 136. The problems discussed in On the Run are doubled when operating in a desert. Unlike the escapee, your team of hunters will be out during the brightest, hottest, and most excruciating parts of the day. Make sure each hunter is well supplied with water and anti-sunstroke accessories. Combat, unlike travel, will require more energy and therefore increase the risk of dehydration. Do not ignore the signs. One incapacitated member can cripple an entire team, allowing the undead to quickly turn the tables on you.
Brooks talks a lot about the environment that you're in. Here, we have a vast oasis of desert. This desert is known for people not being able to survive due to how hot it gets. Right here is not a safe place unless you know what you're doing. Well, what have we learned? For starters, I think I am officially ready to take on the apocalypse. Throughout the course of 30 days, I had to learn all sorts of new things, whether it be learning how to store items in small, compact spaces, all the way to different types of combat techniques. This book, all in all, is a great read. I recommend it to anyone, but it does teach you a lot about the environment around you. Like I said, in the desert, teaches you all about the desert, different types of zombies, anything you can think of that would help you survive in the apocalypse. It's a good book and was great to do a project on. Thanks for watching.